Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm ready. Oh, tech. It's so fun. Okay, we got to have a talk. It's another talk about your chakras. I feel like I'm having all these, I have to have all these talks about chakras. I've been teaching about the subtle body, well, for many, many years, but the past 2 months I've been teaching about it in the Subtle Yoga Resilience Society. So I always like to share a little bit about what's going on over there. And just also some insights that might be helpful for you. So you may have seen the title of this video, which is just because you have a big heart chakra, I don't know what I called it, but something like just because you have a big heart chakra does not mean you're a doormat. So I want to talk about this because a lot of times people think like having a heart center having a big heart chakra means like you're just kind and loving and you share with everybody and you do nice things and then you get burned out and exhausted because that's actually a misunderstanding of the heart chakra, the big misunderstanding. Doesn't mean that this isn't the place. Of course, it's a place of love and connection. It's a place where we feel, it's a place where we feel inspired. It's a place where we feel connected to other people. It's a place where we feel deep love for others. It's a place where we like enjoy the beauty of nature. All of that stuff is part of the heart center for sure. But one big part of the heart center that never ever gets talked about, I rarely hear people talking about it actually, is that the heart chakra is about boundaries. It's about what I believe in and who I am and what I don't accept and I don't tolerate so let's talk about the heroes of the heart chakra. Like who are the iconic figures in history who were really heart chakra people? We can go to Jesus. Jesus, like even the Sanskrit name for the deity in the heart chakra is Ishana, which is the Sanskrit word for Jesus. So Jesus is like the iconic or the metaphoric, the mythic archetype of the heart chakra. And what do we know about Jesus? He wasn't just like, I love you all and passing out flowers. He was like this incredible rebel who had an agenda and he was, trying to take down a government. I mean, this guy was intense, he was flipping over the tables in the temple of the money changers. I mean, he was like standing up for what's right, standing up for human values. He would be labeled a terrorist today, probably. Sorry, but that's who he was. He was standing up against the powers that be. That's a huge heart chakra because it's like fearlessness. I'm completely fearless in the face of injustice. And then that takes us to Martin Luther King. Huge heart chakra on that guy. Have you ever listen to his speeches and you feel what's coming out of his mouth? It's like coming from his heart. You feel this huge flow of love coming from that guy's heart. Again, this is mythic. I don't know about his personal life. I'm talking about the mythic images and certainly you saw that. You could feel it in his speeches, the power of his heart chakra just coming out. Other people I would suggest are people like Joan of Arc and Saint Teresa of Avila, and there's certainly many women who have that powerful sense of self and that powerful sense of righteousness and justice. I'm trying to think of of course, there's plenty of modern women who've stood up for everything. I mean, think about like Rosa Parks standing up on that bus. That idea of standing up against injustice is a huge part of the heart chakra. And why? Because one of the petals of the heart chakra is ahamkara, which means my sense of self. It's my sense of ego, but also my sense it's not a bad thing. It's like you have to have an ego. If you want to let go of your ego, you got to have one in the first place, right? So developing who I am, that's huge. That's a huge part. So, and part of developing who I am is saying no. Like that, I don't have time for that. I'm not interested. Talk to the hand. The head's not listening. It's just no. That's no. No is a heart chakra response. So when you can start to understand the heart center from the perspective of these mythic images that the yogis left for us, this map that they left for us, it really helps us to clear out some of the new age gunk about the chakras and be like, oh, that's powerful stuff, So the mama bear, the mama bear that comes out in you, whether or not you have kids, it doesn't matter, that part of you that really wants to stand up and that understands who you are and says no to things that are not right, not part of who you are, that's a big heart chakra. That's a powerful heart chakra. I hope this is helpful in rethinking some of the things that get considered the chakra dogma out there, because sometimes I think a lot of that's fluffy and we don't have a deep enough sense of really what the yogis were talking, the tantrics were talking about when they explained the system to us. So I want to give you a practice because I always like to finish up with a practice. So this is one of my favorite heart chakra practices. You bring your hands to the center of your chest. I'll just stand here so you can see me. And you can do whatever you want. You can put whatever you want here. Love, kindness, compassion, generosity, openness, benevolence, whatever it is, and let it kind of sit there in your heart. Let it fill your heart first. Let it fill you with a sense of compassion, if you like. Let it fill you with a sense of self, because that's what we do. We point here and we say me, right? It's about self. It's about who I am and what I want to do in this world. And then soften or lower your eyes and lower your chin. And exhale completely and take your next big inhale, take your arms out to the side and gather up more of that quality from the universe, from the vibrations around you, and bring it back into your heart. And change which hand touched your heart first, by the way, and then do it again. You can do this sitting, by the way. You don't have to stand. Gather it up, put it in your heart, and lower your chin if you like. We're going to do like 3 more times. Should be nice, big breath. Two more. Nice big breath. Gather it up, whatever it is. Kindness, compassion, generosity. And bring it into you. Make that part of you. Last one. Stay here for 2 or 3 more breaths. Just fill up a little bit more. Fill up your gas tank. Your universal gas tank with that quality. Lift the eyes if you like. 1 more breath. And then bring it back. Bring it all into the heart. Lower your chin. And then just pause here for a moment. Imagine yourself completely filled to the brim with that quality. When you're ready, you can lower your hands and open your eyes. So I hope this is helpful. I think about how people throughout history who've had that overflowing kind of love in their hearts have taken, and not just the famous people, all people have taken those actions from that place of inner knowing, of sense of self, that place of endless, limitless love that lives in the heart center. Love is the answer, by the way. Love is the answer. But it doesn't make you a doormat. When you have limitless love, it actually makes your boundaries even stronger. And I think that is a really important lesson for all of us to really embody in a deeper way. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next week. Take care.